special shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV Media. They're shouting out the First Lady, Miss Goldi. Today, we have Miss Goldi, and she is uh, doing her thing today, telling us her story, and it's a blessing. And to me, you're not only an entertainer, but you're a star. You
Oh, God's blessing.
And no, you are, and nobody in this world can ever take that away. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to start off this interview.
I love Yonkers. It actually made me the person that I am today, and it gives us this thick skin that we are able to go out and conquer the big things in the world because we came from somewhere that gave it to you raw. Whatever was wrong with you in Yonkers, they let you know.
Yeah, you know what? That is a total fact. There's no getting away with that, and they'll let you know, and they'll know it all the way across town.
Yes.
Before you even get across town, they'll be already knowing that. So
right.
It's serious business when it comes down to that. So again, like, where did you live actually in Yonkers?
I lived everywhere. The north side, the south side, Warburton, Ravine, Woodworth, School Street, Slow Bomb. I lived even up on the tree streets, like Highland. I've lived the whole Yonkers from Carroll Avenue to Scarsdale.
Wow. So it's safe to say that you are, you're well known in Yonkers.
Yes.
See, I know that. I just want to say the words so that people understand that this is not coming from me. This is coming from Mrs. Goldilocks. But I already know the story. Tell me about DMX. Tell me how you met DMX.
Oh my God, I so love DMX. So basically, we just grew up together from School Street to Warburton. We both kind of lived in between those two places.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was two different versions of Earl and DMX, and they was just two different people. And I always say a lot of people knew DMX, but I knew Earl. Like, I didn't really.
Right.
I knew DMX.
Right. Well, he also said
Earl.
You knew Earl, right? So he also said something about you, helping him with his religion and being a spiritual advisor to him. I seen a clip on the stage where he actually in the public, he told people on the stage while you were on stage and he was performing, he stopped the show and he said something to you like, this is the person right here that I have to give gratitude to. And, he started getting emotional about it.
Just cause I shed blood, let a nigga holler. All I want to hear. Praise God, praise God. It's one of the first people that brought me to the Lord as I was. Thank you. Seeing the truth in me when I didn't see the truth in myself. Seeing how much God loved me when I didn't even love myself. Thank you. Oh. What?
Can you give me a little bit more about that?
Oh my goodness, like that was such an amazing moment because it is really deep. So when when DMX was out, before he got a record deal, and he was just out there kind of, trying to find his way through life, and going
Right.
through his struggles and everything. I was going to Yonkers General Hospital. I still don't recall why I was going to the emergency room over there,
Right.
but I saw him over there by the emergency room. So he
Yeah.
asked me about God.
Right.
So I was like, so I started talking to him about God or whatever. So this, at the time, I'm saved. I was, a part of Pastor Hazel's ministry. I was saved, and
Yeah.
everybody could see the change that occurred in my life. So he asked me to talk to him about God. So I was talking to him about God, and I had these glow in the dark rosary beads that I got from one of the prisoners. And by Valhalla, when we would do the prison ministry, they would always make us crosses and give us stuff like that. So I had my glow in the dark rosary beads, and he asked me if he could have them. So I took them off my neck and I gave it to him. But he made me remember what happened because I didn't remember anything after that. So he said that I told him to come walk with me. And I didn't tell him where we was going. He said, because if I would have told him where we was going, he wouldn't have came with me. So he said, I told him to come walk with me. So I walked him to the church and we knocked on the door. And once Mother Cooper, Pastor Cooper, get her hands on you, it's over, right? So they opened the door for him, and I said, "This is my friend," or whatever. So they took him in there, they made him some food, they fed him, and they made him watch probably 1,000 church tapes.
No, you Pastor Hazel, you brought him there. The rosary beads,
Yeah,
yeah.
I brought him to the church and I basically left him there. So I brought him to the church, left him there. They let him stay there whenever he wanted. Father Cooper would take him to do moving jobs with him and things of that nature. So I never saw him, but then he just became huge. So we were having like the last service of the church or whatever, and he found the church people and ended up, paying the money to the people that they owed or whatever. But I still hadn't seen him. So that day on stage was the first time that he saw me in 20 years.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. So I mean, so you, like I said, this is, ladies and gentlemen, the person I have online right now is Mrs. Goldi, the first lady of Yonkers. It's crazy, that he passed away, and I don't know how that felt for you, but I know it didn't feel good for me. What did that feel like for you?
It was crazy because I feel like that me and him had work to do as far as spirituality is concerned.
Right.
Really had nothing to do with his career. It had to do with his soul. And I feel like it was a lot of times that I went for him, and just the whole energy of what's going on in the moment, and the adrenaline from him either going on stage or coming off stage. I never found the appropriate time to talk to him about these things. So the last time that I was with him here in Atlanta, um, was it 2020 at the One Music Fest. I was there with him. I rode in the car with him to the concert, and I got a chance to talk to him, but I thought it would be a time that I could see him again and we could finish the conversation.
Right.
And that time didn't come. So for me, I felt like I was shortchanged, and I felt like he was shortchanged. And people could say, he was DMX, he had this and he had that. But the one thing that he wanted, he never got.
I know that's right.
The one thing that man wanted in his life, he never received. So he might have left this world unfulfilled as well. So, and I felt that unfulfillment in him, and we had like a special attachment to, I don't know if it was because of our upbringing and what we both went through as children, and just the way we had to struggle through life and be at other people's mercy. And I just felt like we kind of had the same spirit.
Wow, that's crazy. Now, our crew represented at the Verzuz. The Locks versus Dipset, right? Um, when you seen that battle, right? What did that do for you? And what did
I
you think
almost
about
had a stroke. Let me tell you, first of all, I had to calm down because I thought I was stroking out. My lips was numb. Uh, I like my. I don't know if my blood pressure was high, but when I tell you, they wasn't even ready. They wasn't even ready, and the prices is still going up. My prices is going up, and I wasn't even there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know that's right.
Mess. So so I get, yeah, like I said, we lived in the same town, and we all were doing, like, I was doing my thing, on one side of town, and a lot of people were doing their thing. But for me, I did not stay in Yonkers. I had to leave Yonkers because people didn't want to go and excel, and I had
But you
not.
was in the first wave of. You was in the first wave of. A lot of people don't know Yonkers' history in the music industry, and um, a lot of pioneers that was first getting out there with this hip hop thing, this breakdancing thing, black people being in their own type of genre of film. You went out with that first wave of the African Bambaataa, of the birth of hip hop. Kind of, you was like the second, not even the second generation. Like you just kind of, right in the gate with them. So to me, as being younger, it was like you was one of our first superstars.
Wow, wow, that's great to know. That's great. That's a beautiful thing. I mean, back in the days, we remember when Beat Street first came out, Park Hill Theater. I remember when it first came out, I had my Beat Street jacket on, and I was walking down to go to Park Hill Theater to watch it. And and that movie was so big that they had to cut it here, cut it there, and I wasn't in all the parts. I was a stand-in for Guy Davis. I did a lot of work with Harry Belafonte. Got my friends in, past free, and to audition, or they didn't have to wait online or nothing. And so that was a great experience, and that is a historical movie. It'll never die. And my
Yes,
kids till this day, they see me. My grandkids see me there, and they know that that's the first, one of the first
hip
um,
hop
hip
movies,
hop
right?
movies. Yeah. So that's a blessing, and I use that as a as a tool to as I go around the country, and I let people know the stuff that I've done.
Right.
Dolby gave me an award for my a contribution to hip hop. But like I said, we Yonkers is full of artists, and just like Goldi said, and you know, a lot of unsung people.